Hi, I'm Julie, and thanks for joining me. Today we'll be discussing how to handle meat safely. Throughout this video, when I say meat, I'm referring to meat such as beef and pork, poultry such as chicken and turkey, and to fish. To ensure you keep yourself and your family safe when preparing meats, there's 4 main things you need to remember. 1, clean hands and surfaces frequently. 2, separate meats from other food items. 3, cook meats to the appropriate temperature. And 4, chill meats properly in the refrigerator. Now let's dive deeper into each of these. Number 1, clean. Both before and after cooking meats, or really cooking anything, you want to wash your hands thoroughly with warm soapy water. Lather for about 20 seconds or the amount of time it takes to sing happy birthday twice. It's also recommended that you use a plastic cutting board when preparing meats. That's just so that the juices from the meats don't run into the wood of the board. And also plastic cutting boards are easier to clean. When you're finished preparing your meat, wash your hands, cutting board, any utensils you used, and the surfaces around with hot soapy water. Number 2, separate. It's important to keep meat separate from other food items until after the meat's been cooked. So in your refrigerator, you want to keep meat on the lowest possible shelf, and that's just in case there's any juices that might drip down and contaminate other food items. Number 3, cook. If you're cooking your meat from frozen, you want to thaw it first, and there's 3 ways you can do this. 1, in the sink by putting your meat in a bag that's not going to leak, filling your sink up with cold water, and then just changing the water every 30 minutes until the meat has been thawed, at which point you can put it back in the refrigerator. You can also just thaw your meat in the refrigerator. It'll just take a little bit more time. Again, making sure it's on that bottom shelf. And then lastly, you can use your microwave with the defrost setting. When you actually get to cooking your meat, you want to use a meat thermometer to make sure that your meat has reached the appropriate temperature prior to serving. Stick the thermometer into the thickest or meatiest part of the meat, and then make sure that it's at the temperature that you want. And lastly, number 4, chill. Meats should go back in the fridge or into the freezer within 2 hours of being purchased. Similarly, after you finish cooking your meat, it should go in the fridge within 2 hours. Try and consume your leftovers within a couple days, no more than 4 days, just to make sure you don't get sick. And that's all I've got today. Thanks for joining me, and feel free to write in the comments if you have any questions.